Yo, what is going on, y'all? Trades here, back in a brand new video, and in today's video I will be going over a trade recap of a trade I took during London session today on gold. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. So this is essentially the trade right here that I took. It eventually led to a 1 to 17 risk reward ratio, which is insanely good. What that means to newer traders is basically you are risking 1% of your account or whatever, 1 for 17% gain, which is a really good ratio, meaning I could lose 17 times after this one win if I do hold it all the way through, and I'll be at break even, which is extremely good. So yeah, anyway, again, for those that are interested in like checking out signals, things like that, or like a Discord or a course, everything's in a link down below. And let's jump straight into this trade recap, shall we? So again, this was during London session, all right, around 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock ish. Okay, we have a kill zone during London session AM EST, like you guys know. And essentially, this trade, I'm just gonna go back in time real quick for this trade. And honestly, trade is very simple. All right, so what I saw was I always start on a higher time frame when I trade. Okay, so on a higher time frame, past few days, I always look at the past week. Okay, like past 3 to 4 days usually. We are bearish. Okay, on gold we are indeed bearish on a daily. Going on the 4 hour, we are extremely bearish. Okay, we are feeling this imbalance right here, as you can see. That's what I noticed. 1 hour, we all are bearish as well, going down. So what that means to me is I'm looking to play shorts as much as possible. What this means is the shorts opportunity, when I do enter a short trade, it's gonna be a high probability of working, and it also means the trade will last and go longer, meaning hitting further targets, therefore leading to a better risk reward ratio than playing longs, right? Here overall sentiment is extremely bearish on gold. Perfect sentiment. I already have my high time frame PD arrays. Okay, right here, supply zone, major supply zone, and I also marked out another mini zone within this high time frame zone. Okay, this mini zone was marked on the 15-minute time frame. I saw we have major supply right here within a high time frame supply. Okay, roughly very small zone right here, and I was eventually basically waiting for price to tap into this area right here. I noticed we also have equal highs, as you can see, relative equal highs right here. Okay, a lot of liquidity resting right above all these areas right here. This, these are all what we call low resistance trendline liquidity. Okay, all these highs are going to get taken with this one move pushing down. What that means to me is it's a high quality chance of us having a very strong move to the downside, stopping out all these traders over here that were shorting or even buying. So once we tapped into this area, okay, on a 5-minute, let's check it out real quick. Once we tapped into it, I was essentially looking for a trade. Now, once I confirm my PD array, I'm looking for something like a liquidity sweep. Okay, I've noticed we have liquidity right here actually, but this isn't a major really liquidity level, right? We haven't made a major low here, I would say, necessarily. It just wasn't a big enough move for me to consider this a very high quality liquidity rate. So I was waiting for potentially another better setup. So we were waiting. Also keep in mind the time. Okay, we were getting close to the 2 o'clock kill zone hour. Okay, so once we play this out real quick on the 1 minute, that is where I am executing. So once I see price tap into my higher time frame areas, I drop down to 5 and 1 minute to be analyzing for an entry. So I marked out a liquidity right here because this is a very prominent swing high right here. Very big, strong move to the downside, kind of acting like a supply zone, if you guys want to call it that. And when we come back to, you will see we take out this high right here. This swing high has been taken out. This is a perfect setup right here. This is literally a 10 out of 10 setup in my textbook. Okay, everything's been playing out, telling us we were going to the downside. Strong move to the downside. Okay, we have basically broke structure off this downside move right here. This is a swing low that made a new high, and then we basically broke structure going down. As you can see, this is essentially what price is doing. Swing low, and then we broke structure right here. This is a breaker structure right here, and we took out liquidity that broke that structure. Now this is prime time. You could even enter here, but I like to wait for more confirmation on my trades. So let's place out real quick. Okay, and as you can see, here is basically where I marked out my breaker structure. Okay, so this big imbalance candle right here, we want to see these big moves right here that are basically displacement candles. I like to call these candles breakers, okay? Very massive big moves in our favor. That's what we're looking for. Now, as you guys can see, we play to the next candle right here. Okay, we will always wait for the candle close, of course. We have a fair value gap right here. Right here, we have a fair value gap, okay? This is on 1 minute. I usually always start on the 5 minute, but because this wasn't a long enough move, there was no 5 minute candle. So I was looking on the 1 minute to enter, okay? Once I saw that 1 minute, look at this fair value gap. And here's when I'm specifying my entries, okay? We have all our confirmations on our side now. Now for an entry, what I usually enter is let's see if I can get this right here, a 50% retracement of a fair value gap, okay? So 50% equilibrium of the fair value gap, unless I find other factors that could help me get a better entry. For example, on this trade, I had my entry exactly right here, limit order. And the reason why is because this is where we broke structure, okay? We have a key level right here. You guys can see, not only was this a break of structure key level right here, but this was another level we tested previously. So I like to use this level right here as a high quality level for me to enter. Most likely price will tap this level, retest it, and then continue dropping. That's where I put my limit order. And as you can see, we essentially tapped into it right here on this candle. I basically got filled. So I'm obviously in replay mode to show you guys the trade. But anyway, that is basically where we got filled. And let's just, if you really want to play this out, or just hit sell if you want to. And for this trade, now next thing I do after I get into my entry and my stop loss placement for this trade, I can get into real quick for this. Actually, is above this breaker candle right here with a big displacement. If price should it should be respecting this fair value gap candle. So if price breaks above this fair value gap by a lot, this candle right here, it will mostly continue pushing up. But everything's pointing to the downside. I don't see that foreseeing that happening at all. Nonetheless, that is where my stop loss is. And the next thing we want to look for is take profit levels. So right here for this trade, I only had 2 take profit levels because everything was pointing to the downside. So I didn't want to have like a small take profit 1. I just had a take profit 2 essentially, and 3, which is my final take profit. As you can see right here, what I was seeing here is the trendline liquidity. All these lows right here are going to get taken out. These are low resistance liquidity right here, okay? So like this low, I'm not going to set that as a take profit level. You can if you really want to be safe, but I know that's going to for sure get taken out easily. Same with this as well. This is a key level that might potentially hold because we have an inverse zone right here. And if you guys have not looking back, this is a pretty big zone here that's been acting as support and resistance. So this is a level I want to be looking careful into. This is where we may potentially reject. So I have my take profit 1 right there. And my final take profit, of course, is opposing liquidity right here. Okay, we have a lot of liquidity that I noticed resting right below here. We were accumulating essentially right here. So when you see big accumulation like this is a great area where you can target. So price is going to move from basically, liquidity to the other liquidity point. So if we play this out real quick, I can see we had a nice flush. We did come back to retest some levels, and then we continue pushing. TP1 was hit. And then if we keep on playing this out, basically TP2, final TP got smashed. And we kept on going down. My final TP, I closed out my full trade here. And, that's the smart decision to make. We're not always going to catch the entire move. I knew this was, again, everything's pointing to the downside, but you never know with trading, right? You want to secure profits, and it's always a good idea to be securing profits. So I closed out my full position at a 1 to 12, which is still insanely good, okay? Most traders don't hit 112 scalps. This is a very tight stop loss, don't forget. And then basically, as you can see, we basically accumulated here again, okay? We accumulated here, made a demand zone, and essentially later on, this acted as very strong demand and price pushed up. So that is basically what we saw, okay? That's literally all I saw today in today's trade. Hope you guys did enjoy this recap. There isn't much else to this. And then again, if you guys are interested in a course or Discord, free Discord down below. And the course, of course, you guys can get for a very nice price. Currently is very highly discounted. So if you guys are interested, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Are you a day trader looking to get funded with 6 figures of capital or wanting to become a full-time profitable day trader? Well, look no further. At ETU Essential Traders University, that is exactly our main goal. We are here to teach traders of all skill levels the understanding and skills needed to become profitable in these markets, and we also offer many different services like a full comprehensive day trading course that goes over A to Z on everything you need to become a successful trader, as well as a premium Discord membership that gives you access to our private community of traders and day trading signals. If you're really dedicated to mastering this craft, we also offer one-on-one private mentorship lessons for those looking to speed up their profitability to journey, and as well as answer any specific trading related questions that they are facing. So now visit essentialtradersuniversity.com to enroll in the day trading course and secure your spot in our premium membership community. Let's embark on this exciting journey together and make every trade count. And I'll catch you on the trading floor.